What's up, everybody? Welcome back to your favorite pond, the Coy Pond, episode 106. As you guys all know, you can find us here on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and always, don't forget to leave a question at speakpipe.com/the Coy Pond for any questions you might have about the NFL season. We are always answering, always wanting questioned. Maybe not questioned, but questions.
Yeah. We're always available for you.
Don't forget, Christmas is merely weeks away. We are not far from the holiday season, and they're already rolling out all the Christmas ads. A wonderful gift to get somebody special in your life at the Coy Pond merch store.
And the big guy up at the North Pole is getting all ready, isn't he?
Yes, the fat man is getting jolly.
You know, and I think he's going out to our website to do some of his last-minute
shopping
gathering. What do you think?
Yeah, Mrs. Claus knows about this one really hole-in-the-wall podcast, really niche podcast that has amazing merch.
You know, and once in a while, you know, let's just face it, the elves, you know, they got a union.
Yes,
you know,
the elves union.
They get a little too much grog in them at times. I mean, Santa needs all the help he can get.
Yes, I mean, the elves are putting toys together backwards. It's not good over there. And they North Pole.
Yeah, not good.
Not good at all.
So Santa, come on down.
Come on down to the Coy Pond website. Link in the description below. As always, we're just going to run through some picks this week. Nothing all too crazy. Do you have any stories? Anything like that?
Anything to hit for last week's games?
Or just in general, where you've been, what you're doing?
Oh, what I've been? Oh, this you mean?
Yes.
Yeah, so a couple new things in the pond here.
Yes, of course.
I was at AT&T Stadium for the Commanders game a few weeks back.
Mm-hmm.
Great time, blowout by the Cowboys.
Oh, yeah.
Wonderful. It kind of reminded me a bit of being there with Matt and Colin and Dan.
Yes.
And the Detroit Cowboys matchup there. And actually, just to kind of dovetail on that, I mean, we've got that matchup coming up again in about 2 weeks.
And we will be there.
And we will be on site for primetime. I think it's my first primetime game I've ever gone to.
Really?
Of all the games I've been to, I have never been to a night game.
That's hilarious. They're the best ones.
And so we are going, the four of us, to
Detroit,
to Ford Field, to Dan's team's home base.
The Den.
And so we're pretty excited about it.
That'll be an awesome game.
And we'll see what happens on that one. But yeah, these lovely items here are actually from AT&T Stadium. And yeah, the towels and the popcorn.
Gotta love it. It's the Cowboys version of the terrible towel, right?
Yep. Yeah, exactly right. And got to thank my friend for getting that for me.
Hell yeah. So. I thought might as well add a little something to it. Nevertheless.
Thank you.
Let's get into some picks and quit wasting the people's time.
Let us move on rapidly.
Tonight, if you're watching when this comes out, we've got Bills at Texans +6 on ESPN Bet. I know I show FanDuel odds. These are all ESPN Bet odds. That's why they might not line up. I think it's 5.5 on FanDuel. Over under 43.5, and it's dropping rapidly. And let me tell you, I, out of the gate, love the Texans in this game. All right? I think everyone's going to be drinking the Kool-Aid about Josh Allen, after what they did to the Buccaneers. And I don't think the Buccaneers particularly have a amazing defense right now.
Agree.
You could say the same for the Bills, given they still let up some absurd amount of points to the Buccaneers. That's Baker Mayfield, Ibuka, Rashad White, I think, played. You know, you got some. Sean Tucker had an amazing game.
Yeah.
You've got some real talent on both sides offensively. But the Bills have struggled defensively on the road this season. Most famously, the Texans game, the Ravens game, I think it was, that they just got absolutely smacked. No, that Texans smacked the Ravens. I'm sorry, Bills fans. But still, on the road, they've not been amazing on defense this year.
Yeah.
They've got some key injuries. It's been a little tough for them. And now they go on the road to Houston to take on the number one defense in the NFL currently. Without Dalton Kincaid, I think the Bills are going to have a little struggle here. The Bills are the number one rushing offense in the NFL right now. I have no doubt about it. They're going to run the ball a lot. I think Josh Allen will be Josh Allen. He'll still be able to rush all around. But Davis Mills, looking okay. Looking doable. But the Bills also have the number one worst rushing defense in the NFL. That being said, Woody Marks, Nick Chubb, I think it's Woody Marks, right? That's his last name?
I think so. Marks, yeah.
I think, the Texans are going to run the ball. If they can take some pressure off Davis Mills and let those two handle the game, I think they're gonna. And just off that alone, I think this is going to be more of a rush-heavy game. That being said, that over-under has been dropping pretty quick. I think everyone's kind of looking at the stats, looking at what these teams are. Josh Allen away. He hasn't been bad in primetime. I think he's 8-0 on Thursday nights. Think he might be 8-1 after this. But at the very least, I love the Texans spread.
Yeah.
Especially if you can get it at like plus 7.5. Take a little juice off it personally. Just because it is still Davis Mills. Last time he played the Bills and started, they lost 40-0 in Buffalo in 2021. Not great.
Yeah.
I don't think he'll be out for revenge because his career has been behind C.J. Stroud since then.
Right.
But, I think being in Houston and that defense being what it is, given they have an injury or two on defense, but
yeah,
I think the Texans will be able to handle this. And handle it, I'm not saying they blow out the Bills. I'm saying I think this game's going to be closer than we think. Thursday nights have gotten a little bit more dumpier.
They have.
And I think 7.5, obviously the spread's at 5.5 or 6 right now, I think is more than doable. I see the Bills winning this by 3, personally.
Okay. All right.
Dalton Kincaid, not having him, just to touch on that a little bit more. That is a classic primetime spot for Josh Allen.
Yeah.
And you kind of saw some of these receivers last couple weeks struggle to take on that full workload that it felt like Kincaid usually got when no one else was open or Josh Allen needed an out in that moment. And without him there, and you got these defenders on the Texans, life's going to be a little tougher this week.
Yeah.
And they love James Cook. James Cook's going to run. I also like the under.
Yeah, I like your analysis there, and actually, I think the Texans outright win the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I think you're spot on. I think one Dalton's out, one Dalton's in. Mills, I think, likes Dalton Schultz a little bit more of late than what C.J. Stroud did.
I would agree with that.
Schultz, I think, is heating up, and I think that again, it's at Houston. Houston's a different team at home.
Yes,
and
Stroud historically too.
Yep, and the short week. You and I talked about it, and I think you're on to something here with the short week. I think it was John Gruden this week that came out and talked about the NFL needs to get rid of the Thursday games.
Yeah.
And there is something about, being able to get the treatment you need to get ready for the next game and not have a full week.
Yeah.
It's like that extra day or two is a big difference.
You can't get back up to 100, and of course, we don't have any firsthand on that.
No.
But Josh Gruden, a little bit of fruitcake, funny guy, love him on Barstool Sports, just to be clear.
Yeah.
But I honestly think he's onto something. In a world, not to derail, sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
In a world we don't have Thursday night football, and they just keep it Sunday, Monday, I don't know if I hate that.
The product has got to be better. And again, John Gruden is right on that. I think, again, and the more physical the player is, the more physical his game is. And Josh Allen is one of the most physical offensive players in the league.
Yeah.
The tougher it is to be ready to deal that out again. So you just can't play the same style. You have to play a little more,
passive,
conservatively, just because you're not ready to go. And that's not his fault. That's just the biology.
That's and I mean, he had 2 rushing touchdowns last week.
Yep.
So it's almost like when you have this max, and then you have to play Thursday night away.
Yep.
I feel like the law of averages only mean you can't have the same week you just had.
No, and like you said, I mean, for whatever reason, the unders are hitting like crazy. So I think this is a Thursday night game. Everyone's rushed to get out there on the field, and I think the under seems to be definitely the way to go.
Coy Pond pick of the week, under 43.5. Just the feeling. I am going to take Texans spread. You think they outright win.
Yep.
I don't hate that at all.
Yep.
I think we're in for a bit of a doozy tonight, ladies and gentlemen, and I'm not thrilled about it, but that's, as the season tapers on and teams, you're playing more and more, these Thursday night games get a little worse and worse.
5 points to you for using the word doozy, because that word is underutilized in the English conversation.
Hey, word of the day. I hit it on the first game. How
Love
about
it.
that? On to Sunday at 1 o'clock. Steelers at Bears. Bears favored by 2.5, over under 45.5. It sounds like Aaron Rodgers might try and play this game. We're shooting this Wednesday. If he's already ruled out or is playing, don't shoot us.
Yeah.
Right now, everything's speculation.
Surgery not required is what we've heard.
Does he come out with the left wrist brace on just to try and throttle the Bears one more time?
Mason Rudolph looked awfully good.
He did.
And I'm just kind of wondering, I mean, the Bears are a different team now. They are better.
They're better, but they still almost gave it up to the Vikings.
They did.
They were game was way closer in the end than it should have been.
Yep.
That's on me for thinking J.J. McCarthy's built different.
Yeah.
He's not. But Aaron Rodgers with a little fire might be.
Could be.
Possibly. The last couple weeks have not been that way.
Yeah, I mean, they manhandled the Bengals, that's for sure. This one's on the road, so that counteracts some of that. But yeah, I do think, I mean, the Steelers still have enough going on for them. Ron Johnson, the rookie running back, or Caleb Johnson, from Iowa, got some carries with the other Warren, I think, getting banged up. So we'll probably see more of him this week.
Gainwell
A lot, who was used.
He had 2 touchdowns at least.
2 touchdowns. That's crazy. Out of nowhere. What the fuck? This fucking helps no one. That's the segment we need to talk about is, oh, great, Gainwell. But there were a lot of people that picked him up and took a shot with him, and they got lucky.
It's how it goes.
So I am gonna go with the Steelers.
I think the Bears are destined to pumpkin.
And I think, we're looking at probably like a 21-13 game.
One of those classics, 21-17, one of those 2017s, popular score game.
And again, let's stay with the under. It's a theme. We're going to have a few overs, but most are going to be under.
It is in Chicago. Steelers do have the worst pass defense in the league right now. I think, the Bears have beat up bad teams. They played well against Minnesota at Minnesota. I like that for the Bears. I just feel like they're due for a stinker.
Yeah, I agree.
It's hard for me to come around on them that quickly. When they played some subpar defenses, now they get Jalen Ramsey. Darius Slay's out. That changes things a little bit. Mm-hmm. But I feel like that defense should be able to figure it out. I don't know. I think I'm just a hater, potentially, but I'm going to take the Steelers to win this game outright. I just don't see what else happens.
I'm with you.
Next game, Patriots at Bengals. Bengals +8, over under 49.5. Jamar Chase, Spitgate 2.0. We had one earlier in the season, first game of the season. Dak Prescott.
Jordan Davis,
Jordan Davis, we'll get into that later.
Yeah, they're going to reignite that one coming up.
That'll be bad. Jamar Chase suspended. Now you have Yossi Voss, all your tight ends with Joe Flacco.
Yep.
The Patriots upset him first game of the year last year at home. I think that was against Joe. Joe Burrow. I would like to take the Bengals +8, but I don't see a world they can make that happen. They are just giving up so many points, so many yards, and the Patriots look so put together. I don't see anybody that even pressures Drake May next week, except for maybe one off in the end. I think the Patriots throttle them. I think I like the -8, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm telling you what. New England is playing out of sight.
Yeah.
And, we said it. Mike Vrabel.
He's the difference. For record, Matt and I called they would be 8-2. On the podcast before the season started, people said that's too much with Mike Vrabel in one season. Look at the schedule.
Unbelievable.
Easy schedule.
He's Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. He clicked his heels together and went home.
Well, imagine
it's been magical.
Imagine this matchup, but it's Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase not spitting on Jalen Ramsey.
Right.
This would have been an amazing game to watch.
Yeah. Yeah, I look for Trayvon Henderson to have another 3-touchdown game, probably 2 on the ground, 1 receiving like he did.
Yep.
That guy is a machine.
He is.
Cincinnati has no answer for it. And I think you're looking at 31-17 New England.
Something like that. I'm going to take Patriots -8. I'm not going to mess with the over-under.
Yep.
No need to.
31-17. We're still with the under, by the way.
I love that. Giants at Lions. Lions favored by 10, over-under 50.5. Sounds like I didn't get a confirmed answer if Jackson Dart would be back or not. Hypothetically, if he was, they would not let him run. If it's Jameis Winston, he'll throw 5 pick sixes, 5 interceptions. Loved watching Jameis this past week, by the way. Lions just got done with a pathetic Jared Goff performance, and this game is back at Detroit. I think this is one of the old, they just got hit, so they're going to hit harder.
Yeah.
I think the Lions throttle the Giants here. The Giants don't feel like a mess, but the end of that Packers game that was within reach.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. They were at home, now they have to travel to Detroit. I think Detroit has a get-right game here with Dan Campbell.
Yeah.
I still believe in them. That was just a very defensive dominant loss in the Eagles game.
Eagles are not normal.
No.
Eagles are not typical.
And
Eagles
at Philadelphia.
Are at Philadelphia. Eagles defense is next level right now. They are. There's nobody playing like them in the NFC right now.
No, not like that.
No. And the fact that the Lions struggled that much with them shows you how high the Eagles are playing right now.
And you can say anything you want about coaching decisions. I think I love Dan Campbell's mindset with it. I don't know if there's any other way you could have gone about it. Obviously, that pass interference at the end, questionable at least. Follow me on Twitter. I was tweeting out all about it that night. I love the Lions -10 here.
Yeah, I do too. It's not going to be close. It still won't be over, but it'll be 28-13, I think, and the Lions will just cruise, and they're ready for the Cowboys.
And if anything, I feel like the Lions have a little bit more pressure this year with their record sitting where it is, so they'll have more of a reason to try and throttle them, try and prove something after that kind of terrible performance, Jared Goff, and just aside from Jahmyr Gibbs, no one else could really get going on that team.
No, I'm with you.
Okay, Vikings at Packers. Packers favored by 6.5, over under 41.5. Vikings coming off a close one divisionally to the Bears. At home, now they travel to Lambeau Field to take on the Packers, who just had a close one at New York versus the Giants and Jameis Winston. J.J. McCarthy. I put stock into him a few weeks now. I'm kind of done putting stock into him. That Todd Bowles defense, still love it on the Vikings. But the Packers at Lambeau, and it's November.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the start of that whole vibe of what the Packers are.
Yeah.
They're coming into form. They're not fully there. I don't think they're anything like what people said they'd be at the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Regardless, I don't know if I like the Packers minus 6.5. I probably like a minus 2.5 just for the sake of how close they make unreasonable games be.
Right.
But this is divisional, so I see them playing a lot harder.
Yeah. Brian Flores, again, his defense, has kept them in many, many games, right?
Yes.
And I think the Packers just have too much for them to handle here.
Mm-hmm.
I think Watson coming back, the receiver for the Packers.
Yeah.
I think he has a 2 or 3 touchdown game here. And I think whether Josh Jacobs plays or not, doesn't matter. I think the Packers win 27-16.
I agree. Next game, 1 p.m. Seahawks at Titans. Titans are plus 13.5, over under 40.5. I think the Seahawks have a get back game and just throttle the Titans. I don't know if I'd take 13.5. I'd probably just leave this one alone, but it feels like their defense alone could score that 13.5.
Yeah, I think the Seahawks. I think Sam Darnold has a monster game.
Yeah,
I think they win like 41-9. I think it's just more brutality for the Titans to deal with.
I would agree. Hell, if anything, I would probably parlay the Lions, bet Patriots, the -8, the -10, and the -13, and just parlay those into one, and then you don't have to worry about a sweat. You've got all of them lined up with a pretty payout at -110 each.
That's a great idea. I like that.
That's just what I would do because then you don't have to add one of these crazy favorites. Yeah. You can just add them all, and either they'll all win, and it'll be what it is, or if you get upset in one, so be it.
Yep, I like it.
On to the next game, Colts at Chiefs. Chiefs favored by 3.5, over under 49.5. Colts coming off a bye, traveled Arrowhead, and they're dogs. So the Chiefs need to win here.
They're in trouble.
Don't win this game,
they're in trouble.
There's a legitimate problem that they might have, even if the Chargers lost every game they're supposed to lose.
Yeah, they've got pressure now. They're not used to pressure this early in the season.
Not like this. We talked about Patriots of old, Chiefs of old. Just got to do enough to make it to the postseason. They are playing less than they needed to make it to the postseason right now. This is a legitimate AFC matchup that has legitimate implications for solely the Chiefs. And the Colts have been playing out of their mind, and now the Chiefs are the favorites. I mean, Bo Nix and Patrick Mahomes flipped bodies in that Broncos-Chiefs game. And home field advantage is real. It's real for Arrowhead. It's only a 1 o'clock game. Daniel Jones looked the way he did at the Steelers. He threw some dumb interceptions.
Yep.
Probably got himself right back on track, and he kept it moving. Most of that game was due to his interceptions, if I'm remembering that correctly, versus the Steelers.
That's right.
I don't see how you can't take the Colts plus 3.5 here.
Right.
With how these teams have been playing up till this point, I get trying to predict the future of what the Chiefs, we all know, could be. But they're just not that team right now.
Mm-mm.
And I'm not saying the Colts are world beaters.
Right.
But given the circumstances off a bye, I don't see how you don't take them plus 3.5 at the minimum.
Yeah, I think Jonathan Taylor has a field day. I think Jonathan Taylor goes for about 150 and 3 touchdowns, and the Chiefs don't know what to do with him.
And Pacheco coming off injury, potentially. I don't see how that's any different than Kareem Hunt or Smith being in their backfield. Kareem Hunt's been punching in most of the touchdowns this season anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, they would take Rashee Rice. It would take Xavier Worthy. They would have to have crazy games, which they could have, but the Colts' defense has not been playing terrible.
No, and again, the Colts are having a magical season, right? Jim Irsay and all that.
Yeah.
So I think this one is a shocker. I think that the Colts just handle them, 31-20, and I think Chief Nation is just like, one of those moments of, is it over?
It's the flashback to Alex Smith his last season. Or one of those years, I can't remember who was their court. Matt Castle, maybe? I can't remember.
Yeah, just one of those moments where it's like,
what the fuck?
Yeah, that's right.
I agree. I'm going to take Colts plus 3.5. I want to take the Chiefs at home. They haven't given you much to work with, and we're on week 12.
Yeah.
There's not more of these that I can be like, who are they really?
Yeah.
Before you're just like, they're just having one of those seasons.
Yeah. It's kind of funny. You just said something there. If I could just tell a little something. So we're at work. We're working on going with American Express for credit cards and stuff like that, and paying vendors and things like that.
Yes.
So I was fortunate to go to the Ohio State game Saturday.
Right.
I haven't even talked to you about this, I don't think.
No.
And while I was at the game, we had sideline passes before the game. And so it was just a remarkable experience.
Damn.
But what's funny about what you just said, I met Matt Castle Saturday night.
Oh, my God.
On the field at Ohio Stadium.
Did you get a picture?
Got a picture with him.
Oh, my God. That's
We'll put it right here.
Matt Castle, I did not mean to trash your name. It was not meant to be like that. I don't remember who was the Chiefs quarterback because I was not paying attention to football when I was that little.
But I just find that serendipitous. I mean, how many times have we talked about Matt Castle? Never.
No. Just the only time I don't even did he played for the Chiefs, right?
Played for the Chiefs
for a little bit.
He played for the Patriots. That's where he got his big name, is when Tom Brady got hurt.
Oh,
and then the Cowboys brought him in when Romo got hurt in 2015.
Okay, was that after Kitna then?
That was after Kitna, I think.
Okay,
yeah. So anyway,
well, there's one
little
less
intermission there.
One less celebrity fan we'll have. Whoops.
No.
On to the next game. Jets at Ravens. Ravens favored by 13.5. Over under 44.5. The Jets are a mess. Tyrod Taylor is starting for the Jets. I don't know how you do that.
Yeah.
Ravens are on their way back up. This offense won't give them much trouble. I don't think Breece Hall can only do so much for that team. Justin Fields won't be throwing screen passes for 40 yards now. I'm just going to take the Ravens. I would stay away, but if I had to, I'd take the Ravens minus 13.5 just on the fact that I don't see how the Jets pull this back. It's at Baltimore. They need to win.
You know, I don't know why I have this feeling. I mean, the Ravens will win. There's no doubt about it. But for some reason, I feel like the Ravens are going to struggle to it's not going to be an easy game for them.
Derrick Henry's had trouble. Lamar's had a little bit of trouble.
Yep.
I'm going to stay away. Official pick, staying away.
Yep.
The Jets plus 14 is not a terrible pick by any means, and it's enough points that it's like, that doesn't happen as much as people think it does. Obviously, we had a 4 o'clock slate a couple weeks back that it did, but...
Yeah. So I think the Ravens win, but I think it's 23-17.
I could see that. They really haven't laid it on thick on anybody this year, really.
No. So they've really struggled to put people away.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's not bad.
Agree.
I like it. Sunday at 4 o'clock, Browns at Raiders. Raiders favored by 4, over under 36.5. Shedeur Sanders is playing. I think for the sake of parity in the NFL, the Browns winning this game with Shedeur and him throwing for 300 yards would be amazing. I think it's possible. The Raiders are a bad team.
Yeah.
The Browns at least have a good defense.
Yeah.
This could either be a 40-0 game, which I don't think it will be. Shedeur's still new enough. It's not that likely. Or this could be a 10-7 shitter that no one watches in the 4 o'clock slate. That being said, I probably like the Browns plus 4.
Yeah, I do
even
too.
Then, keep it within a field goal.
Yeah. Yeah, I do too. I actually think the Browns win the game.
Okay.
I think Myles Garrett, he wills it. He wills it to happen. That's all you can say.
The Browns defense could score 14 points here.
And Judkins, Cowboys ran the ball on the Raiders last week. Mm-hmm. Judkins is a tough back. And I could totally see the Browns being able to control the clock, play good defense. Yep. Poor Max Crosby over there is doing all he can do with the Raiders. They just don't have a lot going on at the moment.
I would agree. So, I don't know how else this game goes. I'm not going to hopefully watch any part of this.
Yeah, Browns 23-20 would be my call.
I love it. 4 o'clock, Jaguars at Cardinals. Cardinals favored by 2.5, over under 47.5. With how the Cardinals have been defensively playing, Brissett's been doing as much as he can for what it's worth.
Yeah,
the Cardinals defense has given up a lot of points in back-to-back weeks. I think they lost like 44-22 and 41-22.
Yeah.
Frankly, the Jaguars should win this game. The Cardinals also have a terrible O-line similar to the Chargers. I would assume the Cardinals put up more than 6 points. But regardless, I think the Jaguars win this game.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Cardinals have much more left in the tank for this season, and the Jaguars still have the potential to go on a run.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm amazed that Jacoby Brissett has done what he's done.
Yes.
He pretty good. Jaguars, I'm kind of shocked at what they've done.
Yeah, tell me about it.
They're better than I thought, and going to go Jags 26-17 here.
If the Jags lose this game, I'm officially on don't know who the Jags are watch.
Yeah.
In week 12.
Yeah.
And that's saying something.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh, premier matchup. Spitgate 1.0. Eagles at Cowboys. Eagles favored by 3.5, over under 47.5. Here we go again.
Yeah, here we go again. Jordan Davis.
Is Jordan Davis going to kill Dak Prescott?
That's what I'm thinking.
Okay.
I'm thinking that Jordan Davis is going to be really fired up. I think we're going to have another defensive battle on our hands.
Yeah.
I would definitely go under on the score. And I'm thinking like really close to under on the score. I'm thinking like 26-21, something like that.
Okay.
I mean, it is divisional.
Yeah.
And maybe the Cowboys score a scrub touchdown at the end to make it look closer. I don't know. But, Dallas is better than they were.
I would say that for sure. They've had some good pickups. People have gotten healthy on the defense specifically.
Yep, but I think the Eagles are just a whole nother level right now.
I would also agree.
And I think defensively, I think Jordan Davis maybe even blocks a kick in this game. I think that Jalen Hurts does just enough to get the thing done.
Yep.
And, there you go.
I'm curious how this goes. In my head, I'm thinking Cowboys got better on defense. Maybe enough to suppress some of the Eagles' offense just because they have struggled offensively for a few weeks now. But then when I think of the Cowboys' offense versus the Eagles' defense, it's like Eagles' offense, Cowboys' defense, and then the skill of the Eagles' defense, Cowboys' offense.
Yeah, you're right.
I think it is going to be a contested battle. I don't think the Eagles necessarily run away with this. That being said, I could see this going either way. I don't want to get anybody's hopes up. I don't know if the Cowboys are world beaters, but this game's not at Philly. That matters.
That does matter. And this for the Cowboys, this starts quite a run of 3 games.
Yeah.
So they got the Eagles at home, they have the Chiefs at home on Thanksgiving, and then like we said, they travel to Detroit to play the Lions. So they've got 3 tough games.
Yeah. So we'll have to see. This will tell us a lot about both these teams, to be quite honest, and I'm very excited for this matchup. I think the Eagles win. But in the back of my head, I'm thinking there's a way the Cowboys sneak one out.
Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Maybe the Eagles won't think of this as an easy game after what they did to the Raiders potentially. Yeah. I think that Raiders game was good for the Cowboys offense to get rolling going into this game.
Yeah,
build up a little confidence.
Yep, and if you're in the Dayton area, Sunday afternoon at 4:30, swing on by Bargo's. Monty and I will be there. We're going to be wearing our classic 1980 championship. Cowboys, Eagles, they were in the championship that year. The Eagles throttled the Cowboys. But the traditional bright green and the Cowboys bright blue from back then.
Hell yeah.
So we'll have some fun there.
Hell yeah. Next game, Falcons at Saints. Saints favored by 1.5, over under 39.5. The Falcons lost Penix for the rest of the season. Kirk Cousins is up to bat now. And the Saints are favored at 4 o'clock on Sunday. Saints are coming off a bye, to be noted. And for as much as I'd like to pick Kirk Cousins in this matchup, I don't know if there's been enough time. Obviously, he's a veteran. I'm not saying he hasn't.
Sure.
But I think Drake London is also out as well.
He is. I saw that because I have him for fantasy. So
this feels like one of those divisional games, again, the Saints could win. And I'm not going to lie, I think I'm on it. They're back at Caesar's Palace, Caesar's Superdome, whatever they call that place.
Right. Caesar's, yep.
I like the Saints in this one.
Me
Their
too.
defense is not that bad.
Yep.
And offensively, they can only go up from here. I don't know what the injuries look like on the Falcons. I don't think they've been playing especially hard defense recently. The Panthers put up 400 points. Bryce Young did. 400 yards. Jesus. I think the Saints could win this game, and I'll probably just do that. That way the points don't screw me.
Yeah. I don't know how you say his last name. Is it Tyler Shaw, the quarterback for the Saints?
Shaw or Show?
Yeah, Show. They fed the ball to Alvin Kamara last week 24 times. 88 yards on 24 carries.
Good Lord.
So that's the most they've used him all year.
Wow.
And I know because I have his fantasy.
Yep.
So I figure they look to do the same kind of thing again, play action, ball control type stuff. minimize the times Kirk Cousins gets a shot,
Mm-hmm.
and then send the blitz at his old ass and see what they can do.
I would agree.
I think the Saints win 20-17.
Yep. Even with Bijan, the passing game becomes their offense becomes way more one-dimensional because now you don't have the effect of Penix being able to just scramble and run for it.
Right.
Kirk Cousins, no wheels.
No.
Traditional quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah.
Gonna be tricky, I think.
It's gonna be a hard one. Nevertheless, on to Sunday Night Football. Buccaneers at the Rams. Rams favored by 7, over under 49.5. I love this game. This should be quite the game.
Yep.
Now, I love the Rams defense, but offensively it's crazy that the Rams only scored in the first and fourth quarter. And on top of that, the Seahawks had 4 interceptions and the Rams couldn't capitalize. Because you hear 4 interceptions, you think that game ran away.
Yeah.
Not the case. They came down to that final field goal.
Right.
And the Rams won, but they won because of a missed field goal, not because they were winning by 20.
No.
So I give some legitimacy to the Seahawks for sure. There's no doubt about it. They were one of the hottest teams going into the LA last week. And now the Buccaneers come in, and they're putting up points, but the Bills' defense is not quite as up there, I would say, as the Rams' defense currently.
Right.
Much different situation. They're on the road again. God, 7 feels like a lot for a primetime game.
Yeah.
Especially if the Rams can't capitalize.
Right.
Seahawks, good defense. Playing the Buccaneers, they allowed, 44 points to the Bills, or some absurd amount of points to the Bills.
Yeah.
I think the Rams put it together. 7 feels like a lot, though. That feels like a bit of a trap number. Rams, Stafford won't be running around the pocket like Josh Allen did. That's how the Bills put up a lot of those points.
That's true.
I kind of like the Buccaneers plus 7 here.
Gotcha.
I kind of have a feeling that the NFL doesn't make sense.
Yep.
Seahawks lose to the Rams, Buccaneers beat the Rams, and then something else will happen in a few weeks.
Yeah.
But I don't have a great read of this.
Yeah. I agree with you. I don't think that the Rams win by 7. I think the Rams win,
right.
But I think it's 31-27. I think there's a lot of points, which is great for a primetime game,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that the Buccaneers hang in there, keep it closer than the line.
Yep. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm feeling like. I part of me wants to pick Stafford and the Rams only because they just went up against a much harder defense than what they're about to see. But Stafford's not going to be running in touchdown after touchdown like Josh Allen does.
Right.
He'll have to throw for him. And Devontae Adams, I think he had that injury. I can't remember if he's still injured, but we'll have to see. I'm just mumbling at this point.
Good.
Monday Night Football. Panthers at 49ers. Woof. 49ers favored by 7, over under 48.5. Bryce Young coming off a stellar performance. Brock Purdy coming off a pretty good performance.
Yep.
Both of these defenses seem to be banged up, hurt, not working amazing. Immediately, I like the over 48.5. 49ers, just that defense is hurt, simply as is. And Bryce Young is, last week, wheeling and dealing versus the
Crazy,
Falcons.
right?
I couldn't believe it.
What's the Panthers' record now? I think they've won 5, I think.
I think so. I think they're 5-5.
It's crazy.
No, it would be like 5-6 probably.
Yeah, but that's pretty wild for
for
where they've been.
I would completely agree. I don't know who wins this game and by how much. I just love the over in this game. I feel like somehow this is going to be one of those Monday night games that gets exciting quick.
Mac Jones did a hell of a job holding down the fort while Brock Purdy was out.
He did.
But it showed immediately that Brock Purdy is next level compared to Mac Jones.
Yeah.
And, God bless Bryce Young for finally putting it together, whatever
magic.
Whatever they did there. I think they're, again, a lot of points, both defenses, not all that great.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're looking at like a 41-34 49er win.
Yep. And between the two of them, you got Dottle, Hubbard, Christian McCaffrey, Luke Kuechly, oh my God, Juszczyk on the 49ers. Right. You got all these pieces, and they'll come together for both these offenses. They've been doing it most of the season so far. I just don't know who stops who and by how much.
Yeah.
I don't know how many primetime games Bryce Young's played in. I guess that'll be an interesting one to watch out for.
How he reacts to that, huh?
I'd probably lean 49ers minus 2.5, just with the Brock Purdy coming back. It feels like that offense is kind of humming again.
Mm-hmm.
But I love the over.
Yeah. Agree.
And that's that.
Agree.
You got anything else for the people?
Can't think of anything.
Hell yeah. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hit the like, leave a comment. I'm always active in there. Hope you guys have a great NFL Week 12, and we'll see you all next week for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Bye.